Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing great. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I have created bunch of playlists to cover various categories of the problems such as breadth first search, depth first search, dynamic programming, stacks, queues, trees, graphs and so on. So please check them out. I have uploaded the code for this problem to GitHub repository. You can get the link from the description below this video. Let's jump into today's problem. Count square submatrices with all ones. So given m by n matrix of ones and zeros, return how many square submatrices have all ones. So basically we are given with a m by n matrix with only zeros and ones. So the elements in the matrix are only zeros and ones. Basically you can imagine it as a binary matrix, right? So m by n matrix, and in that we need to count how many square submatrices have all ones. So what is a square submatrices, right? So basically we are given with a m by n matrix, right? So the square, if it has to be square, right, it should be always something like n by n, right? So just to get the confusion out, right, so let's say x by x, right? So the number of rows and number of columns should be same in the matrix. So even though we are given with m by n matrix, we are supposed to find out the square submatrices with all ones. So let's go ahead and look at an example, right? So what we will say is, okay, this is an example which I took from the example to exactly same, right? So 101, 110, 101. So now, so here the square submatrices is, there can be any number of squares, right? So the squares will start from 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4 and so on. So that those are all the square submatrices, right? But this, how long we are going to go will depend on m and n, right? So typically what we will say is this will go on till minimum of, so minimum of m comma n star minimum of m comma n. So how much ever is the minimum of m and n, so that many square matrices are possible. So that's what we are going to go through, right? So in this case it happened to be 3 by 3 matrix. So the example 2 that I am looking at, not example 1, just in case, let me move the cursor, right? Yeah, so m by n. So in this case this is a 3 by 3 matrix, right? So we will go, so for that purpose let me knock this off. So we can have 1 by 1 matrix or 2 by 2 matrix or 3 by 3 matrix. So three possibilities are there for this particular matrix. So 1 by 1 matrix is what? Single element, right? So this will be a single element, right? Single element. So 2 by 2 matrix is what? 4 elements, right? So 3 by 3, 9 elements. Simple, right? We will say, just avoid the confusion, right? Right. So 1 by 1 is a single element. So single element is pretty easy, right? You just go through the entire array and count whatever the number of ones, right? So that will be easy. We don't have to really worry about size 1, right? So that's what I listed here. Square matrix of size 1, we simply go through the matrix and count the number of ones. So how many ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So single element, there are 6, right? So I listed down below. And we said square matrix of size 1 are 6, count is equal to 6. That's what we initialize to. So next we will start with 2 by 2 and move on to 3 by 3. So how to start with 2 by 2, right? So we will have to start at every index. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, sorry, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, this one, right? And 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, right? So those are the indexes possible, right? So now we are looking for size 2, right? So that means 2 by 2 matrix, right, of 4 elements. So that means it should be similar to something like this, right? 0, sorry, 1, 1, 1, 1. So all 4 elements should be 1, right? That's what the question is, right? Where all ones, that's what we are interested, right? So by looking at this matrix, there is only one of that instance, right? There is one matrix possible, right? So let's go ahead and see how we are going to find that out. So we'll start with I is 0, j is 0. That means the leftmost corner, right? So that's where we start. Encountered 0 at 0, 1. So there is a 0 here. So if there, even if there is 1 0 out of all 4, we cannot take it as a square submatrix with all ones. So we break and we start with 0, 1. So that is at this location. That itself is 0. We break. And we start with 0, 2. But from here, can we make a 2 by 2 matrix? No. We can't even make it 2 by 2. So break. So from here, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes, we can. We have a real square submatrix of 2 by 2. So we increment the count. So our count was 6 and we incremented the count to 7. And then I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. That is here. So we encountered a 0 here. We break. And next, from here we can't even form a 2 by 2 matrix. And this is the last row now, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. So from any of these elements, we cannot really form a 2 by 2 matrix. So we just break out of that. So now after going through the matrix of length 2, right? So we were at 7. Now we will go through size 3. That's what we said, right? We have to go through how many? Until m by n, right? Minimum of minimum of mn. So mn are 3 here. So 3 by 3. So we go through 3 by 3, right? So we encountered 0 at 0, 1. So we break. We don't have to see anything. So in the 3 by 3 matrix, even one thing is non-1, right? Or if one thing is 0, we can just exit out. So the total count of square submatrices are 7. So that's what the answer that we are looking for, right? So this is how we will be doing in a brute force way, what we call. So this would take the time complexity of order of n power 4, right? So this complexity will be order of n power 4. So we have to look for a better algorithm. So in that case, the dynamic programming algorithm will come into play now. So what we are going to do is, we will employ the dynamic programming approach and solve in much lesser time than order of n power 4. So let's see how we are going to solve it. So now what we are going to do is, we will have a auxiliary array, so which we are going to call as counts array in the for example, right? So what we are going to do is, so counts array which is equal to length of whatever the inputs length. So this, the input is 3 by 3, so that's why I have 3 by 3. So in this counts array, to start with, what I am going to do is copy the rows, the first row and first column as is. So first row is what? 1, 0, 1. The first column is what? 1, 1, 1. So that's what I am going to copy it, right? So while you copy it, you could actually count, right? So now how many things? Once we copied 4, so you can put as the count to 4 now. From the second row, second column onwards. So basically this column and this row is already filled. We are left with only 2 more, the second row, second column, third row, third column, right? So now what we should do is, what we are going to do is, if it were a submatrix of size 2, then this must be 1 also, right? If a 1 has to happen here, basically of size 2, this should also be 1, right? So now we are going to employ a 2-step algorithm, right? So 2-step algorithm. So I think I have already here. Let's use this, right? Okay, it's the same thing. I'm just trying to copy it, right? So now we initialize the count to 0, and if needed, we can go with, while we are filling it, we can say, okay, 1, 1, 1, right? So for the first row and first column, we will be putting all of them and incrementing the count. So by now, what will be the count? 4. So for all other rows, that means non first row and non first column, what we are going to do is, if we encounter a 1 in the matrix, yes, we encountered a 1, we are going to start with right like this, right? So we encountered a 1. So when we encountered a 1, what we are going to do is, our logic is pretty simple, right? So our logic is pretty simple. So this is the logic. All other rows, if encounter matrix of ij is 0, ij is equal to 1, then we take 1 plus minimum of I minus 1, j minus 1, I j minus 1, I minus 1 j. So whatever the 3 elements that are next to each other, this one and this one, that is diagonally above element. So left element, right at the top element, right above that the current element, and the diagonally upper element. So whatever those 3 elements, we take the minimum of those and add a 1 to it. That is because we are encountering a 1, and store it in the square of ij. So now with that what we are going to do is, so 1, 1, 0. What is the minimum of that? 0 plus 1. So this will be 1 now, right? So going further again. So this is 1, but this is anyway 0 in the original matrix. So we leave it as it is. So but now this one, this is 1, 1, 1, 1. So minimum of all ones is 1, plus 1 is 2. So this will be 2, right? So that's how we are able to fill. So now that we are filled this matrix, count all of the numbers in the matrix. That will be our answer. So how much is, if you count all this, 2 plus 2 plus 3, 7. So 7 is our answer. That's what we need, right? So basically we are trying to fill this matrix and count whatever the contents of the matrix. That's it. So that's the approach that we are going to see. So let's go look at the code for this particular thing. So we are passed with the matrix, and I am getting the number of rows and number of columns and calling it as m by n, and I am initializing the count to 0, and we have a square that is the counts matrix, which we are initializing to the same m by n, and all the square is initialized to 0 now, right? Because all the counts are 0 to start with. And next we will go through the m by n matrix starting from 0th index. If I is equal to 0 or j is equal to 0, that means what does that mean? Essentially, if it is a first row or first column, what we are going to do is, if matrix is equal to 1, we will put square of ij is equal to 1 and increment the count, right? So that's what we are going to do. But all other rows, what we are going to do is, if at all matrix of ij is equal to 1, square of ij is equal to 1 plus minimum of, this is I j minus 1, that is left column, left cell, this is top cell, this is diagonally upper cell. So whatever the minimum of that, and add 1. So we will put that into the square of ij. So what we said is, we come up with this matrix and do the sum of all the elements, right? Instead of doing sum of the elements at the end, here I am doing the sum right then and there itself. Okay, count plus is equal to square of ij, so that we will avoid some more time complexity. So we are using the count plus is equal to square of ij then and there itself. So we go through that complete two-dimensional array from m 0 to m and 0 to n, right? So finally we will have the count accumulated. So return the count at the end. So that's how we are able to solve this problem with the dynamic programming. So let's go ahead and look at the time and space complexity, right? So time and space. So what is the time? So we are given that m by n matrix, right? It's m rows and n columns. So this one, filling the square matrix, it will take m by n, right? So order of m into n, right? Plus next. So this also is going with order of m by n. So order of m into n. So this will be order of 2mn, right? So order of 2mn basically. So since we are going to eliminate the constants from big O notation, it will be order of mn. That is the time complexity. And what is the space? Are we using any space exactly, right? For example, yes, we are using, that is a square. So this is, how much is that? M by n space, right? So the space is also order of m by n, right? So we are able to improve the time complexity by order of m by n, right? So two folds we are able to increase, and space complexity in the previous brute force way it was order of 1, but now it is order of m by n, right? So the time complexity is order of mn and space complexity is also order of mn. If you have any further questions, please post them in the comment section below this video. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I have posted this code to the GitHub repository in two languages, C# and Java. You can find the link in the description below the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe and also share among your friends. Don't forget to click the bell icon. If you click the bell icon, you will be notified with all my future video updates. Thank you for watching. I will be back with another video very soon. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye.